What's up, everyone? If you're watching this video, chances are you're a fitness coach, but you're struggling to get online clients. And you could be struggling with content, lead generation, but most importantly, you're probably not making predictable enough sales to take online coaching full time. And maybe you've tried before, or maybe you never tried because sometimes it gets too confusing, too overwhelming. I've been there. I was so close multiple times, just calling it, just full on quitting and stopping, and years of hard work I was just going to throw down in the trash. And I changed everything, and I'm still going to give you a lot of tactical things that you can do with your online business so you could see more success. But I want to share my story of how I found these things. And a lot of these experiences is what I now teach my clients, and how they go from literally their 9 to 5, they're drained, they're burned out, they're stressed, or in-person coaching where it's pretty much just they're counting reps on the gym floor, they're a victim to their calendar, they have no freedom in their schedule. How they go from that to making 5, 10, 15, over $20,000 per month in my mentorship. I'm going to explain exactly what I taught them so you can make the same changes. Because coaches, I get it right now, you're probably burnt out a bit. You're probably a bit frustrated, right? You've been making some content, maybe message some leads, but the online thing is just not working out for you. And every time you pull up your Instagram and your phone, you're like, another coach, 50K per month, and this coach that you have a better physique than 100K per month and 40K and 10K per month. And it's like getting wild, and you're thinking, why can't that be me? What am I doing wrong, right? What do you have to do to get there? I'm going to share, and the ones that are serious about it are going to take action, all right? If you're struggling, maybe it's because you're soaking up all this information, but you're not putting it to action. That's going to change today because it's really going to help you out, all right? So with my story, coaches, like, I'll be honest, I started at the end of 2018. I made my fitness page, and if you've heard some of my previous videos, you know how I started. I was just sending cold DMs or random messages. The first DM I would send to anyone would be a 60-second voice message where I was just pretty much begging them to work with me, and I had no idea what I was doing. With content, I would just post random workouts. I would post random meal ideas, right? And like just pray and hope that someone would just like reach out. And I am a faithful man, 100%, but hope and just crossing your fingers is not an actual like strategy. And a lot of you are using that strategy instead of having an actual system that brings in qualified leads consistently. And then you want to still pray on top of that. All right, all my believers out there, we love you. And if you're not a believer, you're going to be soon. We love you. But completely different story. All right, I am very faith-based, but I want to just kind of share, like, my whole process was messy, just like yours. When it comes to content, when it comes to marketing, you're probably just throwing random darts at the wall, just hoping it sticks. But that is not an actual strategy. And that's what I was doing. That's why I was broke. I had no online clients. I had no money. I literally, my first year of online business, I made about, I'm pretty sure the exact number was $1,519, $1,519. 1 year, 365 days. That's not good. All right, that is not good. So I'm going to share kind of what I learned, because I started at the end of 2018, and then before around like 2020, 2021 is when I got my first mentor that literally changed my whole life. And I'm going to actually teach some things that were a huge breakthrough for me so you can have it as well. I had no idea what to do, because I was like, I could do this myself. I can figure it out. But it's almost like I'm like faking an experience. It's like I could have just learned from someone that has been there, done that, instead of me. My ego's like, I could just do it myself. I could just figure it out. Yeah, okay, probably, but it's going to be a lot of battle scars. It's going to take a lot longer. It's going to be much more stressful, right? So for me, I always just pay for speed, and that's exactly what I did. But I want to relate to all of you. I was on the hamster wheel for a long time. A long time. I was stressed. I was frustrated. And I was literally, remember one night just by myself, looking at my ceiling, watching the paint dry, pretty much praying to God, like, what do I do? I was working so hard, but I was doing the wrong things. The fastest runner in the world can run so fast, but if he's running into a wall, he's not going to get anywhere. And that was me, because I was working so hard. I'm like, God, I'm putting in the reps, but I wasn't doing the movement correctly. So I want to go over 4 things I have written down over here that are going to really hopefully help you have a breakthrough, and it's 100% what helped me have a breakthrough as well. Number 1 is going to be your niche, right? You probably hear, oh, should I have a niche? Should I really dial in this and that? Like, yes. The reason why you're hearing it a lot is if it's a common theme, it's probably true. Yes, you do need a niche. I see so many people. I go to their Instagram and it says, I help everyone achieve everybody's goals. And that is why you're probably stuck under 5K per month when it comes to online coaching. Because if you're talking to everybody, you're really talking to nobody. And so think about it this way, right? There's like, I think it's called the ballroom method or technique or test, or the ballroom test, whatever it is. I call it just like, think about being at a party, right? If you're at a party and there's a lot of people, right? There's loud music, lights, drinks, food. You have groups of people, everyone's just loud. And if someone just yells out, hey, everyone, right? Or just hey, let's say hey, right? Let's just say hey. Even everyone is a bit general, but usually that means like someone has like an announcement. So at a party, that's a little bit different. Let's just say hey. Okay, if someone says hey, like no one's gonna look because the messaging that person says is not specific to one individual. But if they said, hey, your name, hey John, hey Sean, hey Tim, hey Derek, right? If they said my name, hey Danny, I'm gonna look. Now they have my attention because they're speaking right to me. So same thing with online. If you're just hopping on, you're like, hey, here's how to lose weight, right? This is how you build, like, who are you even talking to? People might get some value, but they're not gonna give you their credit card because they see you like everybody else. Generalists don't last in this game. Specialists do. So you have to specialize in a niche. Okay, if you want some extra help with that, you can let me know. I do have niche trainings on YouTube if you scroll down a bit. Maybe like 5-10 videos, or you could just reach out to my Instagram. I'll send it right to you, Danny Cavs4, Danny CAVS4 on IG, and I'll just send you the niche training. That one is really in detail. Got to find a niche. Number 2 is an offer. When I first found out that I should bundle my package into minimum 3 months, which you should do, minimum 3 months. Usually my clients sell 6 to 12 months. Minimum 3 months. That I used to sell $25 workout plans on the notes app of my phone, and just like here you go, do this every day for the rest of your life. I didn't even think about bundling it into a package. I just like said, here's like your forever workout plan, good luck. I didn't think about, okay, 90 days goes by and then you can re-sign them or you can upsell them into like a mastermind. So when I learned, my first mentor was like, okay, 90-day transformation, it all made sense. How you can charge way more money, you could help more people, because now it's like an experience instead of just here's a document that you get, right? So number 2 is the offer. Number 3, content. I was posting random workouts, so are you probably, nutrition tips, and this isn't to come at you, but it could be a lot better. Because right now, everyone and their mother is just posting random workouts and biceps, showing their physique. No one really cares, because you can just find that on Google. So you have to be actually speaking to your niche to help them specifically and do these 3 things with your content. Number 1 is going to be problem solving. Literally solve your niche's problems for free, because when they run into more problems, they're going to pay you to solve them because they already trust you. That's going to be really important. Number 2 is going to be storytelling, more about you and yourself. It's mid-2026. I don't know when you're watching this. If it's later in the future, that means this is even more powerful, but it's a personal brand. In a world of AI and all this stuff, people miss that human connection. So people genuinely have to know who you are. If you're just a workout and nutrition robot, no one's going to give you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 because they don't really know you. This coach has a great physique, okay, but they don't know you in depth. Think about if your best friend ever, think about your best friend. If they came out with a business, you'd probably support, not even because of the product, because they're your best friend. You know them so intimately, you just want to support them. Same thing when it comes to your audience. Number 3, last thing, is results, right? You have to post your client results. So you show your audience, you actually know what you're doing. It actually builds some FOMO too, like, wow, this coach has all these results. Like, what am I missing in this program here? And post it, on your feed, at least 2 times per week on your feed, on your story every day. On your story, it doesn't have to be a crazy transformation every day. It could be a text. It could be a graph going down the scale. going down. It could be muscle increases on the scale. You're showing data. You're showing text messages. You're showing pictures before and after. Work really great. Those are the best. It could be video testimonials. It could be just you talking and you're like, my client John lost 5 pounds in a month, and here's exactly how we did it. If you're a busy dad, use this 4-step process to make sure you shed your beer gut and you have more energy for your kids. Number 1, right? So you're using proof, but then transitioning into value, okay? That's with content. When I learned those things, changed the game forever. And then the last thing is gonna be when it comes to fulfillment, which is when someone pays you, how are you fulfilling your promises? How are you delivering the actual service? And I want you to think about this. If you were going to get one thing from this training, it's going to be this, the $50 rule. It's called the $50 rule. What that means is, let's say you just had one last lead on all of the earth. Instagram was shut down, Facebook, all the internet was shut down, email marketing, you can't run ads, all of it was shut down, and you just had one lead. And how you can grow your business is just based off this one lead and the referrals that this one lead brings you. Let's say they sign up and they just spent their last $50 on you. That's all you have to your business name, just $50, right? And every other acquisition, like the way to get new clients, is shut off. You just have to take care of this one customer. How would you treat them? How would you treat them if your whole business depended on the success and the relationship with this one customer, this one client? How would you treat them? I tell all my clients, treat your clients like your children. They should mean that much to you. They're spending their hard-earned money on you, and there's tons of other coaches that they can invest in, but for some reason, they chose you. How would you treat them if your whole business relied on this client and ads were shut off, social media was shut off, email marketing, the whole internet was just shut off? How would you treat this client? You would treat them like gold. So that's what you got to do with all your clients, the $50 rule. All right. So I was at rock bottom for years, didn't know what to do. I learned these 4 things that helped me forever. All right. Now, if you're at a point, and let's just be real, like a lot of my best clients were just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like they were at their 9 to 5 or they were in-person training. And if you feel that way, you're just like missing moments with your family. You are just, the early morning alarm goes off and you're just fed up and you're sick of it. And you're like, I know this is not my passion. My passion is to be an entrepreneur and work online and have freedom, but also coach and help people change their lives. If that's you and you genuinely want to change, then there is a link in the description of this call. You could go ahead, book in. The conversation will be with me, and we'll have a conversation to see possibly where I can help and how we could actually lay out a roadmap to get you to $10,000 per month online. All right, how we're going to do this, we're going to sell more expensive premium packages. You only need to sell 3 to 5 per month to hit that 10K per month, and I basically tweak up and tighten all of your systems when it comes to your niche, your offer, your marketing, your content, your sales, and your fulfillment and delivery. It's very hands-on, one-on-one. This is not a course. If you want a course, I'm not your guy. But very important, this is for people that are serious about change. Okay, if that's not you, it's okay. I hope you got value in this video. I really do. But if you got value and you're like looking for the next step, book in using the link in the description. I'll see you on the call. Talk to you soon.